hanging with Kelly Walsh. Had a chance to tie it with about 15 minutes left on a free kick just outside the box. Couldn't capitalize. But it's going to take that kind of effort today to hang with this Jackson team who defeated that Kelly Walsh team 2-1, I guess is the transitive point I'm trying to make. And in this rivalry between these two schools, which is well over 100 years old, not on the soccer pitch, but they're definitely a rivalry across all sports. And in a lot of ways, Star Valley has the advantage in a lot of those sports. In springtime, in soccer, it is the Jackson Broncs who own a huge advantage in the head-to-head matchups here. Just a couple of wins, I think, all-time against Jackson here in the 20th year of Star Valley soccer, which began back in 2006. And we are away in this matchup between the Braves and Broncs. Braves and the home Crimsons with the gold lettering and numbers. Broncs and the visiting Whites with just a little bit of black stripe. Don't see any orange on there unless my mind just can't make it out just yet. Got the captain's orange band I see out there. Kyron Beristain Martinez has got one. But this Jackson team last year, that was as good a Jackson team as I've ever seen, which is saying something. And a lot of those guys back. So right back at it, trying to repeat as state champs. This one will head out of bounds. But it's a deflection and a corner kick, which if you missed the girls' match, was a big theme in that one. I think 15, 16 corner kicks for the Lady Broncs in that one. This one's away, a little bit short, headed up in the air by Star Valley. Bit of a physical battle going on. Zach Tyler looks like he's going to help kick that out of there. Matijic trying to track this down for the Braves. He's got some good speed. And that one will be a Jackson throw-in.
Do you want me to serenade you with my singing?
Heading back the other direction. The Broncs at midfield, trying to set things up. This is Martinez. Trying to get it back. Choma diffuses that opportunity. Big body there, number 18, Finn Beninga, is a junior. He has been dominating 4A soccer since he was a freshman for this Broncs team. Now a junior. Won a lot of matches, scored a lot of goals. Center field now is Lucas Gowert, a senior forward. That one will bounce into the netting at the end of the field, and a goal kick for Trenton Nelson, sophomore keeper. Although going to be taken by Zach Tyler, newcomer, a senior. Zach, a senior. His brother Chase is a junior wearing number 10. Chase has been a little dinged up the last couple of weeks. He did play last weekend, kind of in and out, but not starting. I think when he's healthy, he starts, but we may or may not see him today. As I pointed out in the girls' match, this is a really busy week for Star Valley Soccer. You got this one today. Then you got a road trip to Evanston, which the Braves won that one here on this field 5-0. That's their lone win of the season. And then you're hosting Riverton here on Friday. So 3 matches between Tuesday and Friday. Martinez settles, sends it to the outside, trying to get there, can't get there. Was looking for Vargas. And a throw in for the Braves. Up the sideline, looking for Matijic. And back to the Jackson keeper, which is Alexi Balog. Bronc quickly on the counter. That's trouble. Oh, boy, a big collision there and a slide. And Nelson comes up with the loose ball. In fact, I would describe that as a pile-up in front of the net. And these two teams going to cover a lot of ground. That ball, almost like a ping pong ball, going back and forth. A lot of power. These squads now quickly the other way. Here come the Broncs. Gowert, midfield. Trying to drop this to Martinez. Trying to work past Tyler, and he scores. Far post. Kyron Beristain Martinez here in the 5th minute. And here's a look at it again on the Fall River Propane replay. Just got in the box. And, boy, that is tough. He's using the left foot, kicking across the box into the far post, making it look easy, and it is not. 1-0 Broncs here in the early going. And back the other way. Here's a bit of a run opportunity. Jacob Howe with Matijic trying to pass it back to Max. Nice job of catching that out of the air by Rory Prue. That's one of those in a lot of games. That's going to be a great shot opportunity for the Braves, and the Broncs just picked that right out of the air. Back the other way. Martinez, that captain's band, already a goal under his belt here today. Now carrying the ball, this is Grady Lewis, number 10. This one into the box. Some pushing and shoving with Hilliard and Lewis. That shot deflected back into play by Nelson. And Jackson right back on the attack. And we have a whistle. Going to head the other way. That ball headed out of the air by Nolan Hyde. Throw in here for the Broncs. Hudson Lynch tosses it in to Lewis. Lynch going to send that ball midfield. Martinez, pass into the box. That shot left foot going to go wide by Liam Logan. And that ball going to get some frequent flyer miles before it comes back to the field. Kick taken by Tyler. Trapped here by the Braves. That's Hilliard trying to track it down. Won by the Broncs. Broncs scoring in the 5th minute by Martinez. To the outside to Logan. Logan trying to cross into the box. That one is up and over the net. Perhaps a bit wide left as well. And they just barely tracked down the last one. And excuse me, that's not Tyler. It's Landon Peterson taking the kick this time. And it's a worm burner battling for it here, won by the Broncs. And, boy, going to be a physical game today. And there's a chance for the Braves. Some pressure by Matijic. He'll pass it back to the keeper. Matijic putting pressure on the keeper. And well handled by the Broncs. Max already recovering, but really confident crew. This is Gowert. Now to Vargas. Excuse me, that's Gutierrez. Back the other way. And a nice run. Matijic looking for Howe. This is going to be outside the box. Baylog will boot this out of bounds to take care of the opportunity. It'll be a throw-in and a quick sub for the Braves. Jonah Finch coming in, number 3. And number 32, Chris Crowther coming in. Finch, a junior, Crowther, a senior. Throw into Finch. Finch able to keep possession here, but being hounded by Gowert. Not a Choma. That gets past the Jackson D, and a little bit of trouble here, and offside is the call. Free kick for the Bronx. Howe just a little bit behind the Jackson D there. And the Bronx on the counter. Gowert going to go across the field. A bit too much sauce on that one. And a throw in for the Braves. Far sideline. Star Valley able to carry that up. That'll be another throw in here. Crowther handling this, trying to get into Peterson. Crowther recovers. And now on to Ricardo Aguilar, who passes it back to Baylog. And now Jackson with the counterattack. Back to midfield. Bronx scored in the 5th minute. And pretty quick pace here already in the 11th. As both teams doing their best to possess the ball. Jackson 4 shots on goal. Braves still looking for their first one. Outside. Passing back to Gowert. Gowert, this is trouble. And this will be scooped up by Nelson. Didn't have a lot of angle to work with. Big boot from Nelson. And that one's headed down by Rory Prue. Boy, great job battling for it here by Matijic. Matijic looking for Howe to the outside. Jackson comes away with it on the 50-50. Braves showing great hustle here. You know, it's the thing about a matchup like this. You can find out right where you stand. Top team in the state, top team in the class, they're right there on your home field. You see where you stack up so far. Braves doing pretty good. Carter Bagley going to come in for Star Valley. Owen Brown. And checking in for the Bronx is number 12, Reese Holtman. Looking for Choma on that throw. It'll stay Star Valley possession. This is Howe. Howe passes back. Star Valley trying to get maybe one more missed touch by the Bronx, and they just don't give you many. Crowther was back there trying to bring that ball into the middle. Now back the other way, outside to Martinez. Can he get it turned? He's going to get there. Going against Tyler. And he is diffused there by Tyler, out of bounds. Jackson throw in, I believe. Hudson Lynch will toss this in. Holtman drops it to Lewis. Lewis takes it into the box. That's sent out of bounds. And another Jackson throw. Just to the north of the stick. Since sent back, cleared out by the Braves. Howe trying to win it, but coming up with it is Gutierrez. Back to Lynch. Into the box, and Zach Tyler clears it out. Howe again trying to get there. He will settle it. Off of Crowther, up ahead, looking for Bagley. And can't quite get it before it heads out of bounds. Jackson throw in. They're going to go back to the keeper. Just a really confident group, this Jackson squad. Everything they do, they know they've done it a million times. Lewis sends it left foot on frame. Nelson there for the easy save. 6 shots on goal for the Bronx. 3 saves for Trent Nelson so far. Pretty good shove in the back there by Howe, and the official got a great view of that one. This will be a free kick for the Bronx. They'll pass it. Lewis with the possession. Back to Benninga. Now to Martinez. Into the box. There's a bit of a run. Oh, wow. Just wide. Very nearly goal number 2 for the Bronx here in the first half. Substitution for Jackson, number 7, a senior defender, Jesus Huerta. Gutierrez settles it, passes back to Lewis. Tyler sends it back off the shoulder of Howe. And Jacob's going to get a chance to try and send this forward to Bagley. Brace trying to get a run. Had a couple chances there, but the Bronx have not given up much. That one's going to be saved. Oh, my goodness. How did he even get there? Really nice chance there by the Bronx. Using the whole field. This is going to be a throw-in. We're back at it. There's that last shot. Now we're back to the action. Bronx just do a good job of settling, shielding. Pretty physical there just outside the box. Braves defense doing their job. Into Lewis. And sent back out of bounds by the Star Valley D. Martinez has the handle. Now to Gutierrez, back to Martinez. Looking to the outside. Star Valley aggressively going to clear that out. Try and send it the other way. Baylog well out of the box. That's such a long run for the Braves to try and put pressure on them. They do what they can. You're, in essence, hoping for a mistouch by the keeper. At least that's what I'm hoping for if you're a Star Valley fan. If you're a Bronx fan, it just shows you how confident and skill level this whole team has. Braves hanging in, though, through 18. We're in the 18th minute. That throw sent up in the air by the Bronx. It's going to be won by Benninga. Now to Martinez. Martinez left foot, looking to the outside to Lynch. And that one slipped out of bounds by the Star Valley D. Another Jackson throw in. Out to Martinez. Trying to spread this field. Lynch going to go at the net. That is going to be off the crossbar, out of bounds. The field goal crossbar, I mean. We've played, well, we're in the 19th minute. It's 1-0 Jackson. That goal came back in the 5th minute by team captain Kyron Beristain Martinez, senior forward. Bronx with 9 shots on goal. Braves still looking for their first one. Trent Nelson, 3 saves thus far. Back the other way, trying to clear that out was Owen Brown. This one sent in from deep, going for the bicycle kick, or at least some variation of it. Saved by Nelson. It was Grady Lewis who got his foot on that one. And Nelson is there. Nolan Hyde settling this back to Choma, now to Jacob Howe. Looking to the outside to Hilliard. Hilliard was trying to find Carter Bagley up the sideline. Braves trying to put some pressure here on Jackson, maybe force a mistouch. That's what you're hoping for anyway. Good job by Hilliard. Harassing the Bronx right there, but Jackson up ahead trying to send this into the box, and it'll be out of bounds. And a Bronx throw in. Into Jesus Huerta. Good battle right there between Benega and Choma. Benega's such a big kid. He can handle like he can handle, and you got size as well. Just that's tough to deal with. Nice move here by Lynch. Lynch tries to turn it. It's into the box. Sent out of bounds by the Braves. That's Nathan Hatterley who got a foot on it to force the corner kick. Passed in off the corner. And missed touch out of bounds, or just touched out of bounds. And a goal kick for the Braves. Max Matijic comes in, number 9. Matijic and Howe are the Braves' leading scorers. They've had a couple of chances to get a run towards the net, but the Bronx have closed the door pretty quickly today. Bronx trying to space the Braves defense out as they push forward into the box. And that's a rip deflected by the Star Valley D and cleared out by the Braves. That one out of the air by Aguilar. Trying to come up with it there was Bagley. Bagley going up against Benega. And a Star Valley throw. We've played just about 22 minutes here. 1-0 Bronx. Braves defense picking up where they left off back on that Saturday match against Kelly Walsh. They really, I thought, played their guts out in that match. Aguilar with the settle. Now to Benega. Benega now looking to Lynch. Great ball movement here from the Bronx. Martinez makes a run in the attack. Trying to get it turned. Oh, man, how did he get that in? I don't know how they got that in the net. Oh, my goodness. It looked like he was trying to pass it. Next thing you know, it's in the far corner of the net. If we could see that again, maybe. Did this get deflected, or was it Martinez who put this in? Yeah, that's off of number 2, Liam Logan. Liam Logan got the goal. Martinez with the assist. Man, what a pass from Martinez. Able to get it through the Star Valley defense, which is playing fantastic today. Matijic trying to get a run. Braves haven't been able to solve this Jackson defensive unit yet. No shots on goal yet. They just do not give up much of anything. Or in this case, anything so far. Martinez has it. Got a goal and an assist on my stat sheet. Takes a rip at it, left foot. This one's got plenty of air under it. No threat. At least this time. 12th shot on goal, though, for the Bronx as we are finishing up the 24th minute of play. That one out of the air, and that one near deflection almost makes it into the net. It's going to be a corner kick. Third corner kick of the match so far here for the Bronx. Oh, wow. Beautiful header. Ricardo Aguilar puts that in off the corner kick.
Bronx goal by number 4, Ricardo Aguilar. Substitutions for the Braves. Number 3.
Here's a replay on that, our Fall River Propane replay. Look at that. He came all the way. You go basically look at the star on the logo in the end zone. Came all the way from there. And the Bronx now up 3-0. Goals from Martinez, Liam Logan, and now Ricardo Aguilar. As we tick down to under 15 to play in the first half. And the Bronx just doing a great job living up to that top-ranked billing. Here's a run the other way. And that one sent out of bounds. Another corner kick. That's the thing. You like the idea of sending it away for the corner, but Jackson's been so good with the corner kicks today. You almost like, well, maybe you don't want that. That one shot just wide left. 14 shots on goal now for the Bronx as they lead this one 3-0. Goals in the 5th, 23rd, and 25th thus far. Braves trying to make a push here with Howe and Matejik. Howe going to run this out, trying to put some pressure on the Jackson D. Nathan Hatterley up high to knock that one down. Martinez comes up with it here. Midfield to Lewis. Sent out by Tyler. And we got a push here. It's going to be a free kick for the Bronx. And a little slow to get up. Looks like now he'll get up. Just didn't want Star Valley's help getting up. I get that. So this will be a free kick. Definitely trouble for the Braves. And taking this is Grady Lewis, a senior forward. Bronx looking for goal number 4. And this one deflected as he was going near post. Deflected by Nelson, and it'll be another corner for the Bronx. Save number 5 for Trenton Nelson. Bronx scored on their last corner kick. It was number 4, Ricardo Aguilar. This one curving its way in, headed out of there by Tyler. Picked up by Matejik. Braves with a chance to make a run and a counterattack. Howe has it. Howe looking for Matijic up the middle and taken away by Prue. Now back on the foot of Bagley. Bagley and Matijic. Slide tackle steal. Wow, that was smooth from Martinez. Looked like the Braves were going to get a chance at a pretty good shot there. Instead, the Bronx now with the aggression. Martinez has it back, trying to set up a teammate. Has it nearly taken away. There's a shot, right foot, right into the hands of Trenton Nelson. Trenton with his 6th save of the half. 16 shots on goal by the Bronx, and of course 3 of them have found the frame. Back of the frame, I should say. Benega with the handle, looking up ahead to Lewis. Tries to drop it to Martinez. Didn't work out for him that time. Back up the far near sideline, I should say. Now a throw in for the Braves. And about the cutest ball kid you'll ever see with her furry cat earmuffs. Throw in there, knocked down by Raiden Hatterley. Now it's Martinez back in possession for the Bronx. Aguilar back. Now to Lewis. Lewis trying to send it up the sideline. Kept in bounds as we start closing out the 30th minute of play here. That deflection back onto the foot of Aguilar. He'll pass it back. Braves trying to put some pressure there from Carter Bagley. You talk about a mistouch and things like that, and the Bronx just don't do that. It's just, they are tough to handle. Run into the box. Picked up there by Zach Tyler. That one kind of a steal and a shot from number 9. It's Martinez. Jacob Howe going to be back in. Also back in is Owen Brown, number 34. Brown sends it the other way. Big boot. This one with a chance for the Braves. Headed back toward the keeper. That was pretty nifty. Braves still looking for their first shot on goal. Now at the handle, this is Kalani Martinez and Draka, number 5. Checked in on that last substitution. Also number 14 in there. Don't have him on my roster unless it's Jonathan Castro Callis on the JV roster, which is possible. And there's a shot on goal. Going to go very high. Bronx in control of this one. Peterson can take the kick. That one out of the air by the Bronx, and they are right back at you. Just a relentless attack by the Bronx. Martinez, Benega has it, midfield, back to Martinez. That one deflected by the Braves, Chris Crowther. Crowther with a little bit of pressure there, trying to work it back toward midfield. And a run into the box. Nelson going to come out and stab that. And it looks like, was it offside? Looks to be. Kick here going to be taken by the Braves. Matijic trying to win that out of the air. Stravoli trying to mount some kind of offensive threat. Bronx not allowing much so far here in this one. We've played 33 minutes. Matijic coming over looking for the pass to Howe. Will be out of bounds and a throw in for Jackson. That one headed back into play by Reese Holtman, number 12. Taken away midfield. That one by Crowther. Now to Martinez. Martinez has it, sends it into the outside of the box there. Jackson trying to settle and work through this Star Valley D. Martinez. There's a reason why he's got that captain's band. Does a lot of things. Beninga takes a huge rip out of it. That was deflected in midair and then wound up going above the net. I don't know if it was punched up there by Nelson. Looks like it was. It's going to be a corner. As you take a look at it again, it went off the back of Tyler, I think, and then off of Nelson. So now corner kick number 5 of the half for the Bronx. Trying to add to their 3-0 lead. Oh, my goodness. Another set-piece goal from the Bronx. They crashed the net. It's just like a wall pushing in and bumping it into the net. I did not see who scored that. Oh, maybe they're taking this off the board. Going to redo this corner, I suppose. Well, for the Braves, you dodge a bullet there because that thing was well done.
Substitution for the Braves, number 15, Payson Hilliard.
Checking the net. Is there a hole in the net? That actually happened once years ago. I remember that. They shot to the side, gave him a goal, and then realized, hey, there's a hole in the net. So it didn't go in. That's been a while. So back at the corner kick. Clock is stopped. I don't know if they're going to start this as they... Okay, officials are speaking with the Jackson coaches, clarifying what their position is, I suppose, and everybody's waiting. I'm not going to speculate too much other than what looked to be a goal for the Bronx was then taken off the board. Looks like a pretty animated conversation. I'll just leave it at that. And now it looks like we are ready to play. It's going to be a corner by the Bronx. Had a beauty of a goal taken off. And they'll go at it again. This one's a low. This one, boy, that was nicely done. The Bronx are just so good with their corner kick. This time they go to number 8, Gonzalo Perez Gutierrez. Here in the 35th. So that's back-to-back goals scored by the Bronx off of corner kicks. Just like the girls' match. Lady Bronx won that one 11-0. And the Bronx up 4-0 here. looking to add in the final 5 minutes. Chasing that down is going to be Owen Brown, far corner. Be a goal kick for Star Valley. Nelson will take the kick this time. Not a lot of air on this. Not a lot of wind in that. Just didn't get the contact I think he was hoping for. Throw in for Jackson. Pass to the outside. Here comes Lynch. Lynch in the box, trying to get past Tyler. Good battle there. Tyler doing everything he can to send that ball out of bounds, and he does. Bad news is another corner kick for the Bronx, who've been very adept at scoring on those today. Martinez getting the ball set right where he wants it. Left foot into the box, and that one shot up and over. Gonzalo Perez Gutierrez with the last goal for the Bronx to make it 4-0. Looks like they're tying a shoe here. You got to have a good teammate to help you tie your shoe if you're the keeper, because you got the big keeper gloves on and you can't tie your shoe with those. That's how you know who your friends are. Heel pass there from Choma. Howe sends it forward. Matijic going to try and get past the Jackson defense. That has been the trick today. Braves, with their speed and athleticism on the front, I think it's pretty solid. Just haven't been able to get a shot on goal against this Jackson team. They just squeeze the life out of the attack. Stepping through there is Hilliard. Passing up ahead. Matijic looking for Howe. Good job of shielding Howe there. Matijic now some pressure. They pass back and forth. This is Alexi Balog, the keeper. Now to Gutierrez. And the Bronx now carrying the ball up the other direction. Under 2 to play. And Martinez will settle. Martinez to Lynch. Has it taken away by Choma. Choma still with the ball. Braves with a chance here. Passing, looking for Matijic. That's taken away by Liam Logan. And now back the other direction by Garcia Bedolla. Sending that ball off the defender was Owen Brown. Throw in for the Braves. Logan will tip this out of bounds. Another throw in for Star Valley. Moving the ball up the field just a bit. Under a minute to play. Hilliard does have a big throw. Does so, but Jackson sends it right back at him off the header. And Jackson wins that. Up ahead the other way and sent back to midfield by the Braves. Choma comes up with it. Looking for Howe. Pretty good battle there with Howe. And Matijic is going to put some pressure. That's probably the closest they've been to catching the Bronx back on that end of the field. Martinez, 10 seconds, sends it forward. And Haddon is going to get there and put it out of bounds, and that should be the end of the half. And the Jackson Bronx in control as they lead this one 4-0 over the homestanding Star Valley Braves. We're going to take a break here. We'll come back, go over some of the statistics that I have. Here you're watching Braves Soccer on SVI.
The internet may connect us, but human connection brings us together. Silver Star Internet. Better connected.
Star Valley Sports on SVI are presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisors Kyle Terry, creating tailored solutions to address your financial needs. And by Rusty's Tree Service, the tree removal experts. Call 248-2442. Kodiak Mountain Resort is expanding with an indoor heated swimming pool, hot tub, and a new large play set for the kids. These new additions will be for guests only, coming in 2026. Visit KodiakMountainResort.com for reservations.
Ever wish you could be the boss of your home Wi-Fi? Well, with HomeZone by Silver Star, now you can. It's like having your own Wi-Fi command center right in your pocket. Whether it's setting up a guest network for visitors, controlling what your kids can access, or checking your connection speed, HomeZone has you covered. With Protect IQ, you'll have a virtual bodyguard for your Wi-Fi, blocking unwanted threats before they reach your devices. HomeZone by Silver Star. Wi-Fi control, coverage, and security all in one.
At First Bank of Wyoming, we know you're more than just a number. We know the important numbers that matter most, the ones that tell your story. From starting your financial journey to planning for your first home and reaching your family's financial goals, we're here to celebrate your story, not just your transactions. From milestones to memories, we're here to celebrate every moment that counts. When you bank with us, you're part of a community that cares about every number that counts. First Bank of Wyoming, where you're more than a number.
At Fall River Propane, we're not just your propane provider. We're the ones who make sure life keeps moving. Fall River Propane. Experience the difference.
Welcome to Aspen Physical Therapy. Let our team help you out with your healthcare needs. We work with a wide variety of patients, from car accidents to strains and sprains to injured athletes to post-surgical care. We have a number of modalities and different procedures we use to help people, including dry needling and our radial pulse wave machine. We have offices in Thane and Afton and are open Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 to 5. Tuesdays and Thursdays we are out seeing our home health patients. Aspen Physical Therapy, getting you back to work, to play, to life.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
The greatest cardiac need in Wyoming is simply access to cardiology specialty services as well as other specialty services. Patients don't have to travel an hour and a half or 2 hours.
We do cardiac cath procedures down there, which is the only cardiac cath lab in western Wyoming.
I think it's very personalized care. A lot of them are neighbors and friends.
I think it's really been a blessing for the community as well as all of western Wyoming.
The SVI Sports Network is your home for live coverage of Star Valley High School sports.
Halftime here, this one, the Jackson Bronx leading the Star Valley Braves here on the Star Valley field 4-0. There you can see the conversation. Typically, the Braves do employ a two-keeper method. You saw Trenton Nelson in the first half. He's on the left. Will Collins, I would guess, will be starting the second half. That's kind of what has been going on so far the last couple of seasons. But anyway, just a heads up there. Looking at some of the numbers here in this first half, the top-ranked Bronx have controlled this game, dominated in terms of shots on goal. I have the Bronx with 22 shots on goal in that first half. 6 corner kicks. The goals coming in the 5th minute from Martinez, the 23rd from Liam Logan on an assist from Martinez, the 25th from Ricardo Aguilar from a corner kick, and then in the 35th from Gonzalo Perez Gutierrez, that one also from a corner kick. The Braves did get 7 saves there from Nelson there in the pinks, as you can see. Had a solid first half, but just an absolutely relentless attack by this Jackson Bronx team, ranked number 1, defending champ in 4A, and they are every bit of it today. This is a really good Star Valley defense, and they have just been getting assaulted by this Jackson offense today, trying to hold their own, and I guess they have turned away the majority of the shots, but 4 goals finding their way in. And right now the Braves offensively got some speed on that front line with Howe and Matijic, but they have not been able to get a shot on goal against the Bronx. It's just been diffused each and every time by that Jackson defense. So that's a look at the numbers. 7 saves for Trenton Nelson. I would guess Will Collins will get the start in the second half. The Bronx dominating the time of possession and also shots on goal. 22 shots on goal and none for the Braves in that first half. 6 corner kicks, none for the Braves as well. And we'll see if Star Valley can get anything turned around here in the second half. We'll take another break here and come back with the second half. It's Jackson 4, Star Valley nothing. You're watching Braves Soccer here on SVI.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
Battleson Brothers has new inventory on the way, so they need to clear out current stock to make room. Everything must go. In-stock LVP has been discounted to $1.99 to $2.99 per square foot. In-stock carpet is marked down to between $1.39 to $2.49 per square foot. Carpet and LVP remnants are also on sale for just 99 cents per square foot, located a block south of the Arch in Afton.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
At Western, students don't just earn degrees. They experience growth, friendships, and opportunities. Western Wyoming Community College. Enter here with passion and leave with purpose.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, safety is our top priority, not just for our employees, but for their families too. Our commitment extends beyond the workplace as we proudly support and contribute to the local community in meaningful ways. We're more than just a mine. We're a pillar of strength for those who live here. Discover how we make a difference at Simplot.com. Join us in fostering a safer, stronger community. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Hi, I'm Elise, and I've been dancing since I was 3, and I love it. I used to get nervous going places by myself, but I don't get worried anymore. Dance has helped me be brave and confident, and I am even on Desi's dance performing team now. I love being with my friends, and I love my teachers.
To learn more about how you or your child could not only develop their dance skills, but also develop as a person, visit Desi'sDance.com. Youth and adult classes are available. That's Desi'sDance.com.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. These are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Find high-resolution photos of today's game available for purchase online. Simply visit svinews.com and click the Photos tab.
Back at it here at Braves Field as the second half now underway. They got to reset the clock. It's ticking at 9:40, so that's not correct. Yeah, let's not extend this any further. Throw in here for the Bronx into the box, and Will Collins is there. I mentioned Will likely to get the start here in the second half, and he is there for his first save. And if it's anything like the first half, he's going to be busy. Pretty big collision here between Hilliard and Huerta. Bronx get the possession. Gutierrez has it. And Hilliard is going to go down, which means they're going to stop the clock. Well, yeah, there it is. When the player decides to go down like that, they are basically saying I need to be subbed out. There was a collision there with Hilliard, and he got up and was kind of limping away and looked like he was going to run it off, but looks like it's going to be more than he is able to handle, unfortunately, for the Braves. He's a big physical presence for the Star Valley team, as he's going to get some attention from the trainer, and definitely not feeling good here in the first minute of the second half. Let's go ahead and take a break here. We'll come back. Hopefully everything's going to be okay as the Braves looking to get things back on track here in the second half against the Bronx.
Hey, do you have free checking that pays you? Does it pay you a high rate every month you qualify? Booyah! And give you free ATM access nationwide every month you qualify with no monthly maintenance fees ever? No. Huh. Maybe it should. Powerful checking for more powerful moments. Ask for Kasasa Cash. It's our superpower.
At Star Valley Health, we're here for you and your loved ones. Our specialty care is growing as we make healthcare more accessible in Western Wyoming. To learn more, visit starvalleyhealth.org.
Hey, do you have free checking that pays you? Does it pay you a high rate every month you qualify? Booyah! And give you free ATM access nationwide every month you qualify with no monthly maintenance fees ever? No. Huh. Maybe it should. Powerful checking for more powerful moments. Ask for Kasasa Cash. It's our superpower.
The internet may connect us, but human connection brings us together. Silver Star Internet. Better connected.
Back at the action here. Shot there from Gutierrez goes well over the net. We took that break there on a injury timeout. Payson Hilliard helped off the field and in quite a bit of pain. Looks like he's going to be done for the day, unfortunately, and hopefully that's all it is. But Chris Crowther going to come in and replace Payson, but tough start to the second half here for the Star Valley Braves, trailing 4-0, and then one of your senior starters going out with an apparent injury. Game resumes, though, and the Bronx going to try and add to their 4-0 lead. Benega being hounded there by Jacob Choma. Into the box, left-footed shot, well wide and high. .25 shots on goal today so far here for the Jackson Bronx. And taking this kick will be Landon Peterson. That one won out of the air by Gutierrez. Martinez right back at it. The Braves defense able to erase that opportunity before it got to the keeper. Martinez has it again. He has been a wizard with the ball today. Going left foot, lobs it into the box. That one up for grabs, and Lewis Gowert was the one trying to do something with it. Nathan Hatterley sends this nearly to the parking lot. Bronx looking for a ball for the throw in. There, they got one. Good throw in here for the Bronx, looking for the kind of the flip back with the header. Will be up and over the net. And the ball kids working overtime here, trying to keep up with the pace. A lot of distance on some of these. Another kick here for Landon Peterson, junior for the Braves. And this one going to be headed by Choma, knocked down by Howe. Howe drops it back to Choma. Sent forward by Hatterley and out of bounds. Jackson throw in. That one picked up in the air by Howe, but back onto the foot of the Bronx. And Jackson on the attack again. Martinez going up against Olvera. Martinez comes away with it. It's amazing. Some of these players, both teams have them, but it's amazing how they can get that ball to seemingly stick to their foot. It's pretty amazing. Gowert takes a right-footed shot. That one up and over the net. And towards the bus garage. And another kick for the Braves. Zach Tyler going to take it this time. Tyler launches that one near midfield. And rushing up to try and get that was Crowther. Matijic has it. Max going to pass it back. And the Braves send it forward looking for Howe. It's 2-on-2. And taken away there by the Bronx. That was Rory Prue. He's done that a lot today. The Braves feel like they have the door open a sliver to work with, and he slams it shut. Counterattack, this time wide left for the Bronx. Here you can see that again on the Fall River Propane replay. Kick from Tyler. Knocked down there by Aguilar. Benega now to the outside. Working back midfield are the Bronx. Back on the attack. Looking to the outside to Huerta. Huerta trying to go backside box. The header doesn't have a lot on it, and Will Collins will scoop it up. That one headed forward. Matijic trying to shield his the defender away to get possession. The Bronx win it again. Benega has it to Huerta. Huerta to Aguilar, to Gutierrez. Now to Martinez in the box. Dancing, and I think that's in. Nope, they're going to say no. Thought maybe it bounced off of the inside. Okay, never mind. Off the crossbar then. Boy, Martinez, that's kind of the equivalent of rimming out after it's gone around the cylinder a couple times during basketball season. Another corner kick for the Bronx, number 7 of the day. And they have been very effective with their corners so far today. Here it comes. This is actually headed down by the Braves. Stepping through there was Gowert, and then Collins comes up with it. Will kicks it to midfield, handled by the Bronx. Bennigan now working against Nolan Hyde. Up ahead to Martinez. Martinez, far sideline, trying to get through the Star Valley defense, trying to send it into the box, picked up there by Choma. And now Choma to Matijic. Matijic going to try and go to the outside. He does finally get a little bit of space to work with, looking to drop it back to Crowther. Crowther looking for Howe and couldn't find him. This will roll out of bounds. Man, it is so difficult to try and get anything shot on frame against the Bronx, against their defense. It hasn't happened. Hasn't happened today. No shots on goal for the Braves, and I think the Braves have a decent amount of firepower. Just haven't been able to figure it out. Back the other way, and this one a bit too strong, and should be a goal kick here for the Braves. Substitution coming in. Coming in is Jonah Finch, number 3. Tyler kicks this away. Headed back towards the offensive third. Martinez going to drop it to the outside. And a bit of a collision there. The ball ends up out of bounds off the netting at the end. And Jackson just has a knack. You think that's off of them, at least from our vantage point, and it's always a corner kick. Corner kick number 9 for the Bronx today. That one into the box and headed out of there, still alive. Crowther tries to clear it out. Sent back in by Prue. And the Bronx right back at it. And sends it back into the box, but nobody there. Crowther recovers. Looking for Matijic up ahead. And taken away by Aguilar. Spin move there by Gutierrez. Trying to find outside to Huerta. Huerta trying to go back to Gutierrez. Choma comes away with it. Jacob Choma for the Braves. Bit of a good battle there between Choma and Huerta. Into the box. Trouble there. Zach Tyler tries to clear it out. And picked out of the air by the Jackson Bronx. That one deflected away. And a whistle will stop play momentarily on the free kick for the Braves. Star Valley quickly going at it, trying to get it to Matijic. Matijic, oh, he had the one touch, was going to try and lob it over the keeper, and too much there. I'm calling it a shot, though, shot on goal. First one for the Braves today. Carter Bagley going to check in, replacing Crowther, who's getting some extended minutes. Payson Hilliard was helped off the field in the first minute of the second half. They helped him onto the track, and he did not move from there, as they've now finally been able to get him some attention and where he needs to go, but can only hope for good things for Payson Hilliard. Back the other way, that's Owen Brown kicking it out of bounds, and a throw in for the Bronx. Substitution coming in for Jackson. Did not see who that was. Sorry about that. Gutierrez. Here's trouble. Tyler doing a great job of at least getting a foot on that and sending it out of the box. That shot deflected away. Again sent out by the Star Valley D. Benega has it going up against number 24, Cade Rich of the Braves, who snuck in there. I didn't see him check in. Into the box again. The Braves trying to just hang on here and clear this out. There's Collins with a solid save. His third of the half. Overall, the Braves have 10 saves, 7 by Trenton Nelson in the first half, 3 by Will Collins here in the second half so far. That ball skirts out of bounds off the Braves. Jackson throw in. Knocked down here by Martinez. Give and go there from Martinez. Gutierrez back to Martinez. Now Choma comes away with the possession. Looking ahead, trying to find some help. Bit of a push there as Howe was trying to get something going. And racing to get there himself was Carter Bagley, but the keeper swoops in and takes care of it. That's Alexei Belag. Huerta with the ball now for the Bronx, passing back toward midfield to Logan. Working it over to Gutierrez. And again, a push toward the box. They were looking for Grady Lewis inside. Star Valley defense up to the task. Good job there by Owen Brown, number 34. Brown's going to carry it out of the box. And it'll be a Bronx throw, but good work there by Owen Brown. Huerta going to drop it back to Gowert. And yet another corner for the Bronx today. This is corner kick number 10. They've scored on the corner set piece twice. That one's sent back across the field. Can he get there? Yes, he can. That's Hudson Lynch comes up with it. Benega takes a rip and deflected down and saved by Will Collins. Well done by Will Collins. His fourth save of the half. Here's Jacob Choma looking ahead. Braves with a chance. This is Howe. Howe battling with Prue. Man, physical battle. The official says play on. And now the counterattack. Gutierrez to Benega. To Gowert. Gowert drops it to... Oh, man, another terrific save from Will Collins. But it will result in another corner kick for the Bronx. And the Braves might need to employ some more ball shagging folk because that one's still rolling around. This is the one in play, but if they need another one here soon, they're not going to get it. Star Valley defense doing everything they can to clear this ball out from a relentless barrage of Bronx shots. Bronx with 33 shots on goal in this match so far. Jacob Choma stepped through and the steal. Got to give credit to the Braves for their intensity, their urgency, and their hustle today. They are playing a really good squad, and they are giving it all they have right now. Nolan Hyde checking in. That one passed in, looking for Hatterley, taken away there by the Bronx. Gutierrez finds Lewis, and that one into the net. Let's see if we can get another look at that. I think it was Grady Lewis. I made the mistake of looking down right as he kicked. Should be a great angle here. You can see Lewis, number 10. Yeah, Grady Lewis, number 10, going far post in the 58th minute.
Substitution for the Bronx. Number 24, Lincoln Klausman. Number 12, Reese.
So that makes the score 5-0 for the Jackson Bronx. And they have just been peppering the Braves net. 34 shots on goal today. And 22 minutes plus yet to come. Pressuring back there is Carter Bagley. Bagley trying to get to the keeper, who passes out of trouble. Balog was the keeper. To Holtman. Now back to Martinez. And this counterattack of the Bronx, that's the thing about the Braves. You're thinking, okay, we got some good things going, making at least a run. And the counterattack for the Bronx is just so quick. Next thing you know, they're right back at it on going at your keeper. Sent away by Owen Brown. Good battle here at midfield with Carter Bagley. Lewis, who just scored, was taking that toward the center field again. And a throw in for the Bronx. Throw in for Martinez. Touch pass to Lewis. Now over to Benninga. Number 12, Reese Holtman, going to take a left-footed rip at it, and that is wide left.
Substitution for the Bronx. Number 15.
Checking in for the Bronx is Yari Vasquez Vargas. He will replace Jesus Huerta. Set to take this kick for the Braves, I believe, is Zach Tyler. And it's a good one. Headed right back toward the north end of the field by the Jackson D. Nice takeaway there by Nathan Hatterley. And yeah, a bit of a shove there. A foul, going to be a free kick for the Braves. And Zach Tyler going to try and send this deep. He does. It just headed right back. Dropping it to Rich. And Braves lose the handle there. Jackson comes away with it. And they will casually escort this ball out of their territory. Crossfield pass to Klausman. This is Lincoln Klausman, number 24. Tyler sends this away. This will be a Jackson throw in, and they're not going to sub those Braves in on that ball. Benninga with some space to work with. Tyler clears it out. Good hustle there from Star Valley. I think that is Owen Brown. Excuse me, no, that's Cade Rich. Touch pass, drop pass there to Martinez. Left foot, another save. Oh, double save for Will Collins. Holy cow. It's like self-defense back there for Will Collins on a pair of saves. Max Matejik checks in for Star Valley. Lincoln Brown as well. And Chris Crowther coming in. And a throw in for the Braves. Deep in their own end. This is typically where maybe you'd have Payson Hilliard take care of this, but Payson went out first minute of the second half with an apparent injury, and it's pretty clear he was not coming back today. Hope it's not as bad as it looked. Braves working their way up the field. Matejik sprinting it out. And Rory Prue will clear this out as out of bounds, and a Star Valley throw in, trying to quickly take advantage. Didn't like the run he was getting. Now into Carter Bagley. Pretty good contact there between Choma and Lynch. And now heading back the other way. Benninga for the Bronx. He's going to go for the deep pass to Klausman, and I don't think he's going to get there. That was about a 45-yard pass. Couldn't quite get to him. And a goal kick here for the Braves, going to be taken by Zach Tyler. Tyler's got a good leg. That one skims off the head of a Bronc. And now on the foot of Choma. Star Valley would love to keep the ball down this way. Put some pressure back there is Crowther. Excuse me, that's Carter Bagley. And the Bronx now pushing forward. Holtman to Lewis to Benninga. Benninga takes a shot. It's deflected by the Star Valley defense, and now Choma pushing forward. Gotta love the hustle of Jacob Choma. Braves giving all they have today. It's been tough. Oh boy, Will Collins, another one. 38 shots on goal for this Bronc team. That is save number 8 for Will Collins. The Braves keepers combining for 15 so far today. Trenton Nelson had 7 in the first half. It has been a busy, busy half for Will Collins, who's been up to the task. That one sent out of bounds. Will be a throw for the Bronx. Checking back in for Star Valley's Jonah Finch. That one out of the air by Choma, and that'll head out of bounds. Another Jackson throw. Heel pass there, deflected out of there and into the stands. Wow, that had a lot more momentum on it than I thought. Back at it, Klausman for the Bronx. Into the box, takes a shot, and way too much on that one. And so now you got a ball, just barely got back out of the bleachers, and then that one is clear over to the tree, settles under the tree by the bus barn. Corner kick here for the Bronx, number 12 of the match. That one deflected, still alive. Good shoving going on between Lewis and Choma. Jackson trying to send it back in the box, punched out of there by Collins, and then sent into the netting by the Bronx on another shot. I'll tell you what, Will Collins, he has been It's been almost like a boxing match today, and that's the speed bag instead of a ball. He has just been punching that thing out of there the entire second half. 9 second-half saves for him. And the Bronx with 40 shots on goal. Martinez has it, being hounded here by Carter Bagley. Passing to the outside to Vargas. And I don't think he got there. I think that's going to be a goal kick for Star Valley. It's been a pretty heroic back-to-back matches for the Star Valley defense, honestly. That Kelly Walsh game on Saturday and then this one today, they have played their guts out against the top teams in Wyoming that Wyoming has to offer. Back-to-back games, and Kelly Walsh and Jackson. Substitutions coming in now for the Bronx. Number 8, Gutierrez. And number 5, Kalani Martinez Andraca. He is a sophomore defender. Throw in here, and Choma doing all he can to try and steal that off the throw. Here's Matijic. Max didn't get there. Going to be a throw-in for the Bronx.
Substitution for the Bronx, number 16, Lucas Goward.
They'll drop this into Gutierrez. Passing to Benninga. Back to Gutierrez, looking for the outside. Dropping it back to Lewis. All over Lewis is Carter Bagley. Nathan Hatterty doing a great job there. Slipping that ball out of bounds. Throw in here to Martinez. Drops back to Lewis. Lewis working with Gutierrez here. And the Bronx trying to space out this Star Valley defense. That shot off the crossbar. I don't know if they're going to say Collins touched it first. They are not. So this will be a goal kick. Jacob Howe comes in for Star Valley. Also Cade Rich. Zach Tyler will take this kick. Trying to win that there is Howe. Got the fresh legs coming off that sub. It's won by the Bronx, though. Big push by Lewis. Drops it to Martinez, and it gets past Collins. Wow, just a lot of momentum on that kick that just came right back at the Braves. Martinez scores again. That was really set up, though, by the push by Grady Lewis. And Martinez took the shot. He actually took a shot, it deflected back to him, and then he flipped it with his other foot. That was a heck of a play by Martinez. That's his second goal of the day here in the 70th minute. And he also has an assist. He assisted Liam Logan back in the 23rd. So quite a day so far for Kyron Barristain Martinez. 2 goals and an assist. And we still have 10-plus minutes to go. Makes it 6-0 Bronx. 42 shots on goal. Make it 43. And Collins comes up with another save, his 10th. The Braves keepers with 17 saves today. Matijic trying to get that deflected forward. But the Bronx going to come up with it. And now another attack for Martinez to Benninga. Benninga takes another right-footed rip. This one goes far post. And Finn Benninga. Back-to-back goals in back-to-back minutes for the Bronx, 70th and 71st. And now they lead it by a touchdown, 7-0. Olvera for the Braves, working backfield with Lincoln Brown. Trying to save that in was Cade Rich. He does. Nope, it's going to be a throw. Settling now for the Bronx is Vargas, battling with Rich. Pretty good shoving match going on. Choma comes away with the ball, looking cross field for Howe. Matijic, and there's a bit of a collision. They're going to play through it. And the Bronx coming back the other way. Looking for Benninga. And Klausman comes away, and that one taken away and knocked out of bounds there by Zach Tyler. And another corner kick coming up for the Bronx, their 13th of the match. They've scored a couple of times on corners. Had another one that was actually taken off the board. But then they scored again right after that off the next corner. This one going backside, headed down, still trouble in the box. And saved in bounds and taken away by the Star Valley back line. That's Rich. And a throw in for Jackson. Martinez dancing in the box, maybe looking for the hat trick. There's a shot back in there and cleared out by the Star Valley D. Gutierrez comes back up with it. Benninga takes a rip at it, again deflected by the Star Valley defense. That shot wide left. Owen Brown coming in for Star Valley on that sub, along with number 11, Nolan Hyde. Under 8 to play as Zach Tyler will take this kick. Going up high to try and win that was Hyde, and they're going to get... say kind of got pushed underneath, so it's going to be a Star Valley free kick, and Jacob Choma will put his leg into this one. Headed by Matijic, and a deflection. Oh, man, that's the best chance the Braves have had all day. That was Carter Bagley there at the end. Maybe got a little bit of a foot on it, but it was right into the hands of Alexi Belag. And in fact, Jackson's first save of the day. Only the second shot on goal for the Braves. It has just been, it's been a chore. Martinez looking for a runner. Klausman on the outside. Star Valley recovers. And now this is Olvera. Josh going up against Lewis. Excuse me, not Lewis. Gowert. Now to Martinez. Headed up in the air by Zach Tyler. Klausman knocks it down. And Gutierrez passing to the outside. There's a shot and corralled by Collins. 11th save for Will Collins. 18th save by the Star Valley Keepers. .46 shots on goal by the Jackson Bronx today. Under 5 to play here in this one. The Bronx pick up another win. As I said, this is a very busy week for the Star Valley soccer programs. We'll be in Evanston on Thursday. No streaming from SVI on that one. But they'll be back in action right here at Braves Field on Friday against Riverton. Matches at 3 and 5 on Friday. Gutierrez passing to the outside, going shot in the box. And that's going to be another corner for the Bronx. Passing into Huerta. Bronx looking to add to this 7-0 lead. Tyler will whip this out of bounds. Matijic comes up with it. Passing to the outside to Howe. Howe was behind the defense, but that one he had to go chase it out of bounds and couldn't get there. And the Bronx will throw this in once they're able to get the ball. Matijic putting on some pressure here offensively. Still with the handle. Back to Bagley. And now to Choma, taken away here by the Bronx. Gutierrez comes up with it. Now to Lewis. And Lewis going to carry the ball up the field. Olvera able to shield and steal that ball. Olvera trying to get it to Hatterley, taken away by the Bronx. Run here by Jackson, winds up in the netting, and yet another corner. Corner kick number 15 by the Bronx today. And the Star Valley defense trying to keep this score from getting any worse. They have really played their hearts out, in my opinion. And a foul here against the Braves will be a free kick for the Bronx just outside the box. They'll lob that. It's going to skim just over the crossbar. .47 shots on goal for this Jackson team. That's unbelievable. Tyler's kick knocked down by Lewis. He's got it back. Lewis with some space to operate, and he buries it far side post. Here in the 79th minute. Second goal of the day for Grady Lewis. He scored back in the 58th minute. And the score now, 8-0 Bronx. Lewis Gowert going to send that into the net. Clock ticking down to about 80 seconds left in this one. Braves will fall to, I think, 1-8-1. I still think this Star Valley team can caused some damage. They played Riverton to, I think, a 1-goal difference on the road earlier this season. They beat Evanston, so maybe a chance to pick up a win, maybe even 2 wins later on this week. Before we get to that, though, we've got to finish this one, and that one is going to go all the way to the fence. I know the cost of candy bars has gone up a lot in the last couple of years, but these kids, you might need to give them a few for the calories they expended chasing the ball today. They have been all over this campus today. That one headed forward by Matejik. Howe trying to put on some pressure. Jackson, of course, wanting to keep the slate clean. Balog will send it forward, and 10 seconds left. The Braves are not going to get a goal out of this one. Unless Choma makes one from 70 yards here. He does not. So that is your final today. The Bronx win this one 8-0. Quickly going over some of the stats today. 48 shots on goal on my stat sheet for the Jackson Bronx. 15 corner kicks. It was 2 goals and an assist for Martinez. 2 goals for Grady Lewis. Liam Logan had 1. Ricardo Aguilar had 1. Gonzalo Perez Gutierrez had 1. And also Finn Benninga had 1 as well. The Star Valley keepers and the defense really deserve an attaboy. They really played their guts out today, combining for 18 saves. Trenton Nelson had 7. Will Collins had 11. The Braves did get 2 shots on goal, and they just, when you battle the 2 best teams back-to-back, they did about as good as they could, I guess. Just here on their home field. Again, a busy week for them. The Braves will be at Evanston on Thursday, and then right back here on Braves Field on Friday to host the Riverton Wolverines. Again, the girls' game at 3, boys' game at 5. Appreciate you watching here, and appreciate all the sponsors for making this possible. Please let them know how much you appreciate that, if you will. You've been watching Star Valley Soccer here on SVI. Again, your final, Jackson 8, Star Valley 0.